Well, there is an old adage when it comes to performance cars that there is no replacement for displacement. But car makers are under ever increasing pressure to make their sports cars more efficient than before without sacrificing performance. And this, the second generation Audi RS5, is a perfect example of that. Audi isn't alone in this situation, as the RS5's primary rivals, the BMW M4 and Mercedes-Benz AMG C63 coupe, are also now powered by smaller turbocharged engines. It's the price of progress, and the need for car makers to make more efficient cars while still ensuring they're exciting to drive. While the engine has been downsized, the new Gen RS5 is physically a bigger car than before, for increased interior space. But it utilises a new lightweight platform as well as a host of carbon fibre add-ons that reduce weight by up to 60 kilograms. It's also going to be cheaper when it arrives in Australia from November, and despite that, it's going to have more standard equipment. Sounds like a winner. Well, it's been almost 2 years since we've seen an RS5 in showrooms, and in that time, its competitors have been making hay while the sun shines. BMW has released multiple variants of its M4, and Mercedes-Benz is winning customers with its awesome C63S coupe and its still fire-breathing V8. But this car, along with the R8 supercar, is one of Audi Sport's self-confessed icons, and it really wants to get this car right. But it's changed the whole formula. The 2.9 litre twin-turbo V6 matches the V8 for peak power at 331 kilowatts. But it has significantly more torque, with maximum pulling power increased to 600 newton meters across a wider rev range. Where the last car had a dual clutch transmission, this car now has a conventional 8-speed automatic. So, has the RS5 gone soft? Well, in some ways, yes, but it's such a competent car to drive. It does everything right, it ticks every box, it's fast, point to point. This car is so easy to drive, and part of that is because of its quattro all-wheel drive system. It's unique in this class in being all-wheel drive, and it just makes it blindingly fast through the corners. But it's kind of a bit numb for that fact as well. The steering, while it's sharp, it doesn't have a lot of feel to it. It's got a heap of grip, but it's not all that playful. And the engine, well, I'd have to say, while it produces the numbers and it is quick, it doesn't really have that emotional character that the V8 did before it. As you can see, it understeers more than oversteers. This thing isn't quite as playful as the M4 or the C63 coupe for sure. Where the RS5 excels beyond its rivals is in everyday traffic. The adaptive suspension is peerless among its rivals for compliance and comfort. It's quiet and refined at highway speeds, and the automatic has none of the shunting and harshness of a dual clutcher. This is quite literally a car you could drive every day and never feel like it's a chore, which is something you cannot say about its competitors. But it is still a gorgeous place to sit. The cabin in here is beautifully built and full of the latest technology. It's got the virtual cockpit dash, it's got all the creature comforts you need, and it's got really nice snug front seats. There's also a reasonable amount of room for a 2+2 seater coupe. Yes, the second generation RS5 is a brilliant car with a broader depth of character, more usable performance, better efficiency, a cheaper price tag, and more. But in typical Audi style, it might just be too good for its own sake, as it has lost some of the soul of the original, and it certainly isn't as hardcore as its opposition.